What's up, Skyline? I've got a pretty cool experiment for us today. I'm going to show you a short clip, and I want you to take a look at it and see if you can figure out what's happening. Alright, now that you've seen that clip, what do you think that was? Because every time the match went in, it just immediately went out. Why would that be? Well, we've talked about liquids. Clearly there wasn't a liquid in there, so nothing to put it out like that. Obviously it was empty, so it wasn't a solid, so the only thing left is that in that container, there was a gas. And fire only burns with oxygen, so the gas that was in there was putting the match out. So the gas that was in there was carbon dioxide. So you've seen it on a smaller scale, just when we're dumping the match into the pool of gas. So what I want to do is ramp it up a little bit and see how well it works when there's more fire and more gas. So we're going to give that a shot. But before we do that, it's important to talk a little bit about fluids, because a gas is a fluid. Now, a fluid is different from water, because basically a fluid is just anything that contours and fits into something else without any problem. When you dump water into a glass, the water immediately molds to the glass. Gases do the same thing. Whether they are sinking or rising, they're going to sink or rise and fit to whatever is around them. So you'll see that when I go to pour the gas out over the fire. Just to be clear, a fluid is different from a liquid. A liquid is something that has more tangible matter. Like when you touch water, you can feel it. A fluid is not necessarily the same thing. They're going to react the same way when you pour them or anything, but you can't always see fluids, whereas liquids you can generally see and interact with. Obviously, do not try this at home. We had plenty of safety precautions. I had a fire extinguisher, I had something to smother the fire, and I also just had the general knowledge of how to take care of that if anything were to go out of hand. So this is definitely not something you should try at home. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I've got this Pyrex bowl right here, if you'll pan down to that. In here is some lamp oil. So lamp oil is really hard to put out, which is why I have both a fire extinguisher and something that I can put over it to smother it so no air is able to get in so it dies. But now we're going to mix the baking soda and vinegar and make our gas. And we'll check to make sure it's full of gas real quick by putting a match in and see if it goes out. And it goes right out, so we know it's full of gas. So now I'm going to light this lamp oil. The stuff's a little hard to get going. Alright, now it's going pretty good. Let's dump our gas in and see what happens. Goes right out.
Whoa!
That's so cool. So, lamp oil is really hard to put out. I could not have put water on it. That would have made it worse. The only ways to put it out are to smother it or to use some kind of a chemical fire extinguisher. So this gas actually worked incredibly well at putting it out. So, I really hope you enjoyed that. That was actually the first time that I have ever done that experiment. I thought it was really cool, and I'm definitely going to kind of play around with that and see what other stuff I can do with gases. Thanks, Skyline. I will talk to you guys later.